that one of the things that a leader has to learn is when to get out the way. Just because you sit in the seat don't mean you know everything. And what it means is that if you want to get something done, you have to know when to get out the way so that you don't be in the way. And with that, sometimes you have to be second and third fiddle. But as a result of that, the right people being in the lead at any given time will have a better assurance of a better outcome. And for the city in general, but for people in particular. You know, so when it came time for me to think about a portrait after I decided I wasn't running again, I was, contemplating what would it be. And, I spent a lot of time in the rear room, and everybody is either sitting by a desk or a chair, and it looks narrow and it's very traditional, but I wanted something different. And to give you a little preview of sort of the context of the portrait that would be unveiling, I wanted something that would really speak to not just me, but to all of those people who made it possible for me not only to be mayor, but to accomplish the things that I was able to accomplish, which means it's just more than me. So I wanted everyone to understand that Mayor Jackson comes from a community, and it's that community that I brought to the councilman, to the council president, and to the position of mayor. And I've always attempted to represent that community in the context of representing the entire city of Cleveland. So we looked for someone who could capture that, and Rob became a person. He was a person who took a lot of pictures of me, the community, and all of this, and he came up with this concept. I ran it past my wife a few times. She did a little editing to it, and then we came up with this final product, and that's what you'll see tonight. So I want to introduce to you the painter, the artist who did the portrait, Rob.
I just want to say that I don't paint portraits of people first fiddle. You are definitely not second or third fiddle in this portrait. You're like the only fiddle. So, I'm a portrait painter. I'm an artist who specializes in painting portraits. I've painted congressmen and bank presidents, and college presidents, but I have never painted a four-term mayor. I don't think anybody has. So it was a great honor. I'm very honored to have been chosen. Thank you. But I'm even more honored that I was given access to this man. Let me just say that painting a portrait is an intimate process. Our lives are written on our face. Every decision that we've ever made, every action that we've taken, every turn in our lives is shown on your face. And but it takes time to see that. And I was given the rare opportunity to have time with the mayor. Normally, what happens is, I have an hour or two, and I take some pictures of a person. Successful people are always very busy, and I do what I can with the time that I'm given. But the mayor and his staff gave me that gift of time, and I hope with that time I've expressed the mayor in paint as well as I should be expressed. Time. Not only a couple of hours for the very first meeting where I was able to sit with this man, and yes, in discussions I'm always looking at the face, and I'm looking at lines, and I'm looking at the curves of things and the colors. But we had a wonderful discussion about everything from Cleveland history to psychology to economics. That was the first session. Next time, I hop in the car, driving all around Cleveland, and I got to see not just the person, but the mayor says, well, he's from Central, he's from the neighborhood, he's from the community. Well, I got to drive through the community with him, and there was a story a story about that corner over his entire lifetime. Neighborhood after neighborhood, just witnessing his face as those memories came to him. And at the same time, seeing, hopping in, he would hop out from time to time on where this group, this area where there are fountains and parks for kids, and then to watch the community sort of wrap around him as he stepped out. So those were all visual images that I captured in my brain and then said, okay, how do I translate this to canvas? And I know I'm talking too long, but I really enjoyed this whole process, as I think everybody did. So in the end, we came up with a number of different images from which to choose, but you will see, and I know I'm teasing here a little bit, you will see in the foreground there is the man in the community. In the middle ground is what that neighborhood, that central neighborhood, is like. And then in the distance, from the vantage point of the man and the neighborhood, is the downtown. And so I guess what I'm really saying is I hope you will see that there is this lifetime of achievement and public service that begins here and ends, well, who knows where. But anyway, I'm humbled to have been chosen. Thank you very much. And this is enough of a teaser. I'm sure the suspense, you've been here not to listen to me, but to see a portrait. So thank you very much.
So what we'll do is, myself and my family will go up and do the unveiling. They tell me it will be on these screens, so you can actually see it. And then there's really a lot of people here. We still have this COVID thing. So, but we'll then be able to take maybe like 10 people. Those who want to see it close up, about 10 or so people at a time, can we go up and rotate in and out. But first, me and my family, we're going to go upstairs and then I'll do the unveiling. You'll see it on the screen and then we'll go from there, okay?